Hey, what is up guys, it's UJard. Today is gonna be my guide on Kayle. I've been a Kayle main for pretty much 3 years now. I got in season 9 I was master tier. I picked master tier with her. I peaked a grandmaster tier with her in season 10, and I'm going for challenger this season. So this video has 4 parts: build, runes, spreadsheet, and then the macro. Macro is the most important part of the video, guys, because this champion is not about mechanics or what you should build. Honestly, a lot works on this champion. She's very versatile. The most important thing about learning this champion is learning how to play her macro. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna go for the build. Please stop it with the AP build, guys. Right now AD is a lot better. This is the main build when you should go AP when your team needs AP, and that's about it. Right now, this is patch 11.5, by the way. In 11.5, crit kill is a lot better. Now, will this change? Probably. And this is why this spreadsheet, I'm gonna be updating it really regularly. I update it like every 2 weeks or so. If you want to get the most updated spreadsheet for what the patch you're on, go into my Discord, link on the description of the video. Just go to bot commands afterwards, and then all you have to do is type exclamation point spreadsheet, and you're gonna have this. Okay, so first, the AD build. You're gonna go Doran's Blade or Doran's Shield. I'm gonna explain when to go either one afterwards. Then you have your consumables tab, then your mythic item. All 3 mythics work on her right now. They're all very good. It depends a lot on your play style. I like Gale Force the most, but I know that a lot of people like Shield Bow and Kraken Slayer. What I do is sometimes I build Gale Force and sometimes I build Immortal Shield Bow when they have a lot of burst. It depends on the matchup. Second, you're always going to be building Phantom Dancer. It's just very good on her right now. It's very efficient. You're going to be building your boots when you're completing one of these items, like your boots 1. When you have like 300 extra gold, just buy it. It's pretty good. Afterwards, you're going to finish your boots after you finish your Phantom Dancer. Most of the time, you're going to go for Circuit Greaves. I would recommend that. If you absolutely need tabbies or, well, plated steel caps or merc treads, go for merc treads or steel caps. But most of the time, try and go circs as they're insane on her. Third item, always go Infinity Edge. You already have 60% crit. Well, you are going to have 60% crit when you finish your Infinity Edge with one of the mythics plus Phantom Dancer. So yeah, always finish your Infinity Edge afterwards. Is such a big power spike, and you need to abuse it. Okay, so last 2 items are going to be situational. If you need Grievous Wounds, just go Mortal Reminder. If you need QSS, go I don't remember how this item's called, but yeah, you guys understand me. Just go QSS. Bloodthirster is insane, and on her I build it almost every single game when I don't need other situational items. Lord Dominic's Regard when they're stacking armor. They have a lot of tanks. Guardian Angel when you're very fed and you're basically the carry of your team. You're basically 1v5ing your team, and you have to not let them focus you. And yeah, just Rapid Fire Cannon. Honestly, Rapid Fire Cannon, if you need the attack speed, but you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. Don't build Rapid Fire Cannon if you're building Kraken Slayer. You'll already have enough attack speed. But other than that, you should always, if you don't need any of these items, just go Bloodthirster and Rapid Fire Cannon. But honestly, you're gonna need one of these plus Bloodthirster in most games. So that's the main build. Secondary build right now, for me, in my opinion, the best build is the Everfrost build. This when you go AP, by the way, when you need AP. Everfrost for me is so much better than Riftmaker. It's just miles better right now. Riftmaker got gutted, and it's so bad. It's so bad on Kayle. I mean, it's still good, but I'd only recommend this. I'd only recommend it if you're gonna sell Everfrost as a last item to build a Riftmaker, as it is very good in the late game. But this is only as a sell and buy when you're full build. That's the only way I'd recommend Riftmaker right now, because it got gutted. Now, this is for top lane kill, right? So in mid lane, Riftmaker can still work, but I still prefer Everfrost 100% of the time. You still go Doran's Blade, even if you go AP. Doran's Blade is so much better than Doran's Ring for Kayle. It just works so much better. Think of it as this. You get very good stats in the early game, 8 AD plus 80 health. Plus you got that Omnivamp. 2.5 Omnivamp is so good. It's literally 26% of completed Ravenous Hunter stacks. It's so good. It's so good. It scales very well. Okay, you get your consumables, core. Try if you can auto attack trade a lot and try and force all-ins. Rush Nashor's Tooth. If you can't, it's just better to rush Everfrost. Yeah, it's just better. Try and buy your boots here after you finish these 2 items. And then you can either finish your boots. Most of the time you're going to finish your boots and then go for Death Cap, or you can just go for Death Cap. Always build Death Cap as a 3rd item if you're going Everfrost. You have so much AP. It just works very well. Situational items, QSS. Try and not complete it try and not complete it in the AP build until you're full build. Zanya is very good for when they have dive team comps. The Banshee's Veil, very good if you need a magic resist, and also if they have like an ability that is very messes you up like really hard, like Malphite ultimate. When you need Grievous Wounds, go for Morello's, and when they're stacking magic resist, go for Void Staff. Again, if you don't need the active from Everfrost, you can actually sell it for Riftmaker as a last item. That's the only way I recommend Riftmaker right now. As kill in top lane, mid lane kill, you can still go Riftmaker, but in top lane, I would not recommend Riftmaker at all right now. Okay, so now the spreadsheet. Oh, but by the way, I forgot to say, when you're here, all you have to do is copy this and go to League of Legends and paste copied set here. And then you have I'm gonna be updating this really regularly, so you don't have to copy all of this. All you have to do is go here, copy the little thingy here and paste it, and you're done. You already have the item set. Okay, so now we're gonna go for spreadsheet. I have a spreadsheet against every single champion in the game right now. I have the difficulty. What summoner spell I use? I do use Ghost against some matchups. Ghost Teleport, I think, is very good against some matchups. What you should max? Q or E. In some matchups, I like to put 3 points into my Q and then max my E. What your initial build is, so Doran's Blade or Doran's Shield, or even Cole against some matchups. Rune setup. I'm gonna explain the rune setup in just a moment here. For example, for Aatrox, I like to go press the attack plus domination secondary. And the tips, I'm still working on this. It's still in progress. I have against almost all the most popular picks right now, so I am still working on it, guys, but yeah, it's very long. And yeah, that's about it. This is for the spreadsheet. And now for the runes. You have different rune setups here, right? I go press the attack against some, I go fleet against some. I'm gonna show you how to choose here. By the way, guys, I spent over 80 hours making this guide. A like and a subscribe would mean the world to me. And honestly, if you have any Kayle friends that would benefit from this guide, definitely share it to them. Again, I will be updating this spreadsheet at like every 2 weeks, guys. Just go into my Discord. I'm gonna be announcing when I update it, and yeah, that's about it. Okay, runes. So you have the press the attack plus domination secondary. You have press the attack plus resolve secondary. Fleet footwork plus resolve secondary, grasp plus precision secondary, and face rush plus precision secondary. Yeah, there's 5 different rune setups I go because, yeah, you really have to abuse every single thing this champion has to offer to actually be good at her. I'm gonna explain what these blocks mean in a second. Jello, they're all explained here, right? I'm not gonna remove that, but okay. Yellow blocks mean you should always take these. Unless there's a red block. Okay? Red blocks you should take if you're going Everfrost, Kraken, or Gale Force. If you're going Everfrost, it's better not to opt for Legend Bloodline, but instead opt for Ravenous Hunter or Fleet unless you need Face Rush. I only have the red blocks here for Legend Bloodline. And that's because you're gonna need sustain off your runes. But if you're going, what's it called, Immortal Shield Bow, you're not gonna need it, right? If you have already Ravenous Hunter, you're not gonna need it. So just go Alacrity. But yeah, also if you go Everfrost, it's just better to go either Ravenous Hunter or Fleet instead of PDA, because Lifesteal is not really that good on the AP build, but yeah. Okay, so, and green blocks are runes where you have to make a decision, right? Decisions are explained here. I'm gonna go by them really quickly. Coup de grace or cut down if they have a lot of tanks, or HP stackers just go cut down instead of coup de grace. Taste of Blood or Ghost Pearl. By the way, I take Ghost Pearl. I don't take Eyeball Collection. I think Ghost Pearl is a little bit better on her. If you need the sustain in the early game, just go Taste of Blood. If you don't, go Ghost Pearl. Ravenous Hunter or Ultimate Hunter. If you already have sustain from anything else, if you're going Immortal Shield Bow, or you have a Ravenous Hunter, or you have, Legend Bloodline, just go Ultimate Hunter. If you don't have sustains from any other way, go Ravenous Hunter. Yeah, here just armor or magic resist. Depends on the matchup. And I actually take armor or magic resist a lot in this side here instead of adaptive force. Depends on the matchup. That is explained in the spreadsheet. For example, if you're against Jace. Where is it? Oh, spelled it wrong, sorry. It says, always take a double armor and rune stats. Whoops, sorry. I have my camera there. Always take double armor and rune stats, right? So, it depends on the matchup, and it also depends... Whoopsie. Full screen. Okay. And it also depends on what jungler they have. If they have double attack damage junglers, an attack damage jungler, and you're going against an attack damage dealer, I always almost take a double armor, and vice versa if it's magic resist. I just think armor and magic resist are very good. Adaptive force is good, but people underestimate these two little runes here. So, yeah, when to take each rune, it's here. And yeah. Oh, also, I haven't explained these. So, these two runes, Second Wind or Bone Plating, they are explained here in the spreadsheet too. But just so you know, Bone Plating is for when the enemy has a lot of very consistent damage, like Riven. And Second Wind is when you're getting poked. Here, you have all 3 of these are viable. Unflinching when they have a lot of CC. When you're getting poked a lot, just go Revitalize. And when neither of those are true, just go this one. I don't remember what's this called. Overgrowth. Okay. Yep. Same. I already explained these. I already explained these. Already explained. Already explained. Yep, we're good. Yep. These are already explained. Yep. So that's it for the spreadsheet. I already explained build, runes, and spreadsheet. Now is the macro part, which is the most important part of the video. Welcome to the part of the video on where I explain how to play Kayle and how to play her in every single of her transformations, and also gonna give you some tips and tricks on the end. Your power levels 1 to 5 is very low. You're basically not a champion, and I can't stress this enough, you can't trade in almost any situation unless your opponent misplays. You must respect that they're a lot stronger than you, and you turtle up to level 6. Let your first waves crash into your tower in every matchup, well, almost every matchup, and try to farm as much as you can next to or under your tower. Give up CS if you're gonna take damage. It's not even worth it to take 100 damage for a CS. As long as you're getting the EXP, you're fine. Farm as much as you can, spamming your E, it has no mana cost, and try to use your mana to spam your W, not your Q unless you can grab a lot of farm with it. Don't be afraid to put a second point into your W if you get chunked level 1 to start healing. When you're levels 1 to 5, if you don't go for 2v2 skirmishes or even TP plays to help your team, almost never. 99% of the time, you're not winning that trade and you're gonna put yourself behind. Okay, now you're level 6. Contrary to popular belief, level 6 is when you get your biggest power spike as Kayle, not at level 16. You're now ranged and you have an insanely good ultimate, although it's in a very high cooldown. Level 6 is when you can start winning matchup against a lot of champions if you know how to abuse your range, and you can kite them properly. Look for short trades with Q plus auto attack plus E, and force all lanes when you know they're low, or by baiting them with your ultimate. Okay, now you're level 11. This is when, in my opinion, Kayle is better than most other champions in the game. She now gets much more damage and much more AoE damage of her passive waves and her E. By the time you're level 11, you're almost always in mid game, and your objective as Kayle is to almost always split push as you have TP and get solo EXP and gold to get level 16 as much as possible. Try to group only when necessary as you're putting yourself behind, and try and pressure the map as much as possible. Okay, now you're level 16. This is when Kayle can literally 1v9, shout out to Lucas, and take over the game. You now have extra range and you're always exalted, meaning you have full attack speed on Zeal stacks, extra move speed, and your auto attacks will always have an AoE cone, which is insane. Now is when you can both split push and group for team fights. You have to decide when to do each one. Split push when you can pressure an opposite side of a map objective with teleport, and group when you either want a team fight, you can't pressure an objective, or when it's very risky to split push. Now some tips and tricks for Kayle. In a team fight, it's very beneficial to ult someone who has engaged. It can change the whole outcome of a team fight because that's the person who's being focused the most. Ult when you think the damage is going to come, not when you're gonna die. This is a kill ultimate, not a Tryndamere ultimate. Try and use your E at the end of a short trade as it does percent miss in HP. Don't feel bad when you're not TPing early to help your team. Your TP ganks and flanks are basically non-existent as Kayle, and it's better for you to farm and get plates. The best short trade combo is Q plus double auto attack and E if you have press the attack, or just Q plus auto attack and E if you don't. Remember that your Q shreds resistances, so if you don't hit it, you're not going to do as much damage, especially to tanks. Okay guys, this concludes my guide on Kayle. Definitely let me know in the comment sections how you guys like the guide. Again, leave a like, subscribe, it helps me out more than you think. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.